well. Instead, we're going to do one more practice run. We're going to do one more practice of this, and then we're going to do a love 100% because that is a alternate run for this event. So, we want to have that ready. So, pretending we're doing the run for the only marathon, and go. Hi everyone, I'm Heppenwana. I love speedrunning retro games, or at least indie games that have the retro aesthetic. They're all actually relatively new games. ElecHead came out in 2021. Despite being 4.3, being very pixel friendly, it definitely has that good retro aesthetic. It's a really comfy type of game. It's a puzzle platformer. There's some precision to that platforming. There is some definite puzzling. And, well, I'm going to go ahead and dive in game so you can all see what it is. I love this game. The developers have been really supportive to speedrun community by putting improvements that make it easier for speedruns, which is great. One such change is they made it where you could quickly delete your save and start a fresh save from scratch, because that is when time begins. So you hit A and time will begin in about 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so here we go. This is ElecHead. ElecHead is a cool little robot dude. He's called ElecHead because his head is electric, and you might be wondering, it seems like his whole body is electric. Well, we will get one power up as we go through this run, and that power up is going to show you that it's his head that's electric, not his body. His body is actually unpowered. His head is a battery. So anything you touch with your head will become electrified. Anything that touches it will be electrified. Everything is a conduit in this game. So by carefully jumping, we could avoid setting off traps. We could avoid setting off electricity. By touching elevators, we could raise them up because they're being electrified. If I jumped right now, the elevator would go back down because it's out of juice. There's also checkpoints. That's what this is right here. And these checkpoints, once you activate them, if you die, you'll go back to them. Typically, it's a good thing, but checkpoints can be your enemy. Differing ways on differing categories for this game. So in any percent, checkpoints are the bane of the game. They are the worst thing you could encounter in the entire game. In alternate end and 100%, they're not nearly as bad, but there are some bad checkpoints. You want to be careful falling, knowing where you could create platforms. And remember, if you jump and there is no platform because it's not electrified at its base, there will be no platform. Another thing you could do in this game is you can self-destruct. Why would you do that? Well, to save time. So, for example, we'll grab this and we'll self-destruct. And now we're back up here so we could continue on quicker. So if you pay attention, those chains down below, you can see which ones will activate any traps. And we want to be careful to avoid those ones. Here we are going to see a portal coming up. Portals you could teleport to at any time. They're like checkpoints, but you could go back to on your own. Instead of when you die, it's your choosing when you go back to them. So by using those portals, you'll notice one important thing. We just saw portal number 2. Why would you start with portal 2 and not portal 1? Well, as we play through this game, we will never see portal 1 in this category. In fact, you will see portal 1 and 2 in any percent. You will see, whoa, hit the wrong button. I meant to self-destruct there. You will see portal 1 and 2 in any percent. You will see portal 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and question mark in 100% and alternate end. You will not see some puzzles in this game in any speedrun categories. This game is interesting in the regard that you will not see everything in the game. Careful swag strat right there. I can now throw my head, you might notice. by throwing your head. You'll notice I'm avoiding checkpoints while that collectible is following me, because if you hit a checkpoint with a collectible following you, the checkpoint will go back to where it started. You hit a checkpoint, you reset the world around you. And we don't want to reset the world when you have a collectible following you, or else that collectible will not be collected. It's kind of like the strawberries in Celeste, if you know that game, where just because you touched it doesn't mean you quite have it. There are conditions to collect. So for example, that one, I got a lot quicker. It depends on your angle of approach more than anything. Like in that previous room, those chains, some of them are electrified, and you can figure out which ones are going to electrify traps or not by going around checking out different areas, but that takes a lot of time. Here's Portal 3. Once again, no Portal 1. You could go around, see which ones are electrified, but guess what? I don't want to do that. That is a waste of time. A little speedrun trick right there of throwing your head through a gap. Touch this as long as you can because it powers these platforms. And that way we could ride these as quick as possible and get through that room nice and fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, we want to touch this wall as we go up, and then just jump straight up, wait for that fully fall all the way down, and you could skip part of that room. Here are a bunch of checkpoints. They will not activate if your head is not with you. You need to electrify them. We don't want to activate them because it will reset this area, which means that door we just unlocked will relock itself, and we had to go all the way back. So we want to avoid doing that. We don't want to repeat work. You know, it's just like real life. Whenever you have to repeat work, you're doing something wrong. You're wasting time. You're wasting effort. Take the easy way. Easy way being do it once. You know, we are here for the speed factor. All right, so right here, we will grab this key, and if you start jumping backwards to the left, you'll get back up here. You could fall down a false floor right there if you so choose to find a collectible. Not the collectibles we're aiming for though. We are aiming only for the 20 main collectibles. There are color palettes. We are not going for those. The color palettes are used in 100%. 100% requires that you get all 20 of the collectibles we're getting and all of the color palettes. I believe there are 10 in total. You start with 3 of them, my favorite being pink and blue, trans pride colors. Considering that this event is for the Trevor Project, it seems like the appropriate color scheme to be using. The other ones you start with are blue and yellow. Very electric yellow, might I add, almost an orangish yellow. And then the other set you start with is purple and green. It's kind of a cool color. I really like the pink and blue. It is a good, comforting color to look at, and it's perfect for, you know, the Trevor Project and this event. A little jump to avoid that checkpoint. Why did we avoid it? You will fall quicker if you do not touch that middle platform, because your fall speed keeps increasing as you continue going. Down here is something, but we are not going there. We are continuing on our way. We don't want any of those color palettes. Well, we want them, but we can't go for them. That was really smooth right there, actually skipping through at a quicker clip than normal. So right here, we're touching this wall so that we have this platform come down. If you try to go up on those platforms on the right, you'll notice that gap was too big at the end, and you'd see you have to touch that wall, electrify the elevator, and come on down. Section 4 is where we're going to start seeing some firepower. We're going to see a lot of turrets coming up. This is where the game becomes a shooter. Not really, but the world will shoot at you. Important thing with turrets is until they are activated, they don't do anything. Slightly off my momentum there. Normally you should be able to get through without any hesitation. I've been feeling like A little bit of hesitancy on those. That wall, by the way, would have reactivated if I didn't jump before transitioning to the next screen. So you want to make sure you don't get snagged by any walls that are off screen. We're going to see more of those coming up. There's a pit right here. Make sure you jump over it. That false floor is entirely false. Our head is slightly magnetized to our body, which lets us snag it like that. Otherwise, intended route is you have to wait until the right time to throw your head up to dodge the fireballs. We don't want to wait for the right time. We want to move fast. I mean, we're speed running. By the way, here are some traps. And we'll let the traps help us destroy those fireballs so we could get through. Look at bottom right. There's an obvious passageway down there. And we will use it to exit from the secret, not to enter it, because it's too high up to enter from there and get the secret. So here, activate this turret a little early, and that way we don't need to worry about slowing down for anything. And we just continue on, nice, smooth, fast. Coming up here, we want to lose our head. I know that doesn't sound like what you normally want to do, but if you kept your head for getting this key, there are some turrets over to the right there that would have activated, and they would have shot me on my way back. That's no good for anyone, so instead we just got to keep moving. Here is going to be some cool speed strats if I could do it. It's not necessarily marathon safe, so we'll see if it happens. Hopefully it does. It will happen. So if you fall close enough to those fireballs, the next set will not catch up to you. You don't need to throw your head up right there to kill them. This is going to be super close. There's an invisible wall off screen, and we barely get through. There's only a couple frames to do that. It's not quite frame perfect, but pretty close. Here's where I'd ask the host to read off anything they might want to read, announce whatever they might want to announce, because we're killing a little bit of time, going down slowly. But we don't have a host right now because we are doing practice. So we're going to throw our head up here, activate that portal, go ahead and kill ourselves so that we could go that checkpoint. Because if we go back that shutter we rode down, we come out down here. Here comes slot machines. I'm going to be quiet for a second. All right. The reason I got quiet is that is tricky, and that is a great place to lose a whole lot of time. Speaking of losing time, we have a lot of time if the host wants to read off anything at this point, because we're about to play a 30-second long mini game. But we don't have a host right now, so instead we're just going to go through, we're going to collect these. That was not the smoothest in the world. So what we want to do here is we want to collect 30 of these before time runs out. If you get 30, you unlock 3 of these. If you get 10, you unlock 1, 20, you unlock 2. So you just want to go through, unlock all of those, teleport back to checkpoint 5, and continue on. And now the music gets kind of cool, but the music is really light. But it's kind of nice and introspective here. Oh, I thought I was on a different room than I was. If you do this good, you could go pretty quick right there and not have to wait for them fall to their normal set point. Throw your head there, and you could jump up, grab that collectible. If you didn't throw your head and you tried jumping, there goes the bridge. That's bad news for everyone. Grab this, and you'll notice it looks like you could go the upper left, and anytime it looks like you could go somewhere in this game, you probably can, and there's probably a reason to go there. We'll throw our head so that we collect that, because there is a checkpoint right through here I sometimes hit, and if I hit it, that's bad news. We'll jump over 2 sets of these and then go on the 3rd. Throw your head up and you'll see how a checkpoint can reset a room right here. If we let the platform keep going, the head would have fallen off anyways, but doing it that way, we save a couple frames. And a couple frames, those are valuable. You gotta love saving the frames. So right here, we are gonna head on up and throw our head up. Why? How would we know to do this? Because that TV down there, if you activate it, tells you to throw your head up. By the way, you might have saw there were platforms in that last room that were up above. That means you could go there. Remember, this game, it has a lot of secrets, but they do advertise them. So if you see them, go for them. There is a way to do it. By the way, we want to throw our head. And if you do that nice and quick, you could get through after one set of fireballs. The intended route, yeah, you'll see closer to 2 or 3 sets of fireballs, depending on how brave you are. I'm not that brave. I'm scared of fireballs, so I just want to see one and move on. Make sure you get this checkpoint before you activate this. Otherwise, you will go back quite a bit. Here is same general idea. You want to hit the checkpoint at the right time so your head falls, and that way you can activate different platforms and different bridges and get through here. Nice, smooth, easy. Alright, so coming up, we are near the end of this run. This is feeling like a pretty good run overall. Hit this checkpoint to reset where that was. You want to run to the left there, and that would have been a trick. Here, throw our head. Throw head up right there. And if you do that right, you can activate the platforms in order and continue on through. Here it's going to say 6. What does 6 mean? Do we see 6 anywhere? Oh, I know. How about right here? Then we grab that. Why did we wait till 6? Because otherwise your head would have fallen on spikes. Here is a little speed swag we are going to try and go for. Hopefully we get it. I am getting better at this. Alright, I am getting pretty good at that. It used to be I would die my first 1 or 2 attempts. This time, it's going nice and smooth. This whole run is going nice and smooth. Checkpoint 6. We are not going to check out Area 6. We are going to check out from Area 6, though. And go to question mark. Yes, question mark. Here we will find the final 2, and both of these involve teleporting back to the portal. We want to go very fast here because we are going to push the limits of our robot body. Like, we are at the extreme limits. Grab that. Make sure you grab it before you go right here. Otherwise, the door won't open. That's what the collectibles were for. And now the walk of victory. We would have time for our host to read stuff if we were actually, at the marathon right now, but we are practicing, so we'll pretend our host had some cool, amazing things to say, and then we will get to an elevator. We are now approaching time. We need ride 5 screen transitions. That was 1, and we're not actually going to do 5. 2, we are only going to do 4 of them, and it's coming up really soon. So this is number 3. This is number 4, and then I'm going to jump and throw my head, and then it will be time. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, time. That is it. What happened off screen? What just happened? There is a big device, the MacGuffin, the whatever you want to call it, and you threw your head into a little socket on it, your head being electric, charged it up, and this happened. Things happen. What can I say? So, with that happening, we are done with the run. After the credits, we see the in-game time, which is what we use on SRC for this game's leaderboards. It will also show us how many collectibles we got, 20 out of 20, otherwise we couldn't get here. It will show us how many color palettes we got, 3 out of 10, because you start with 3 and we didn't go for the extras. And then it will show us how many deaths we had. So let's see how we did. That is a PB right there. That is a beautiful PB on marathon practice. What is going on? And only 6 deaths. I feel pretty good about